Hey everyone, it's Deidra Mangus here and happy 2019. I cannot believe that 2018 is long and gone. So now it's time to get into this year. I have a little call for you guys. I do have some slides. Actually, let me go ahead and share my screen with you. And I hope that you guys can see this. I am going to make it a little bit bigger. Okay, perfect. So just a few slides, but today I want to talk to you guys about setting yourself up for a successful 2019. So January comes in, and what happens? People make these New Year's resolutions. How many? Maybe 70–80% of them actually stick. Probably even more than, or 70 to 80% do not stick. Probably even more than that. There's a very small percentage of people that actually reach their goals that they make on January 1st. So first off, don't mind me with I have my Invisalign and it's kind of hard to talk. I feel like I have a list. But anyways, I want you guys to recap 2018. I want you to think about what went well for you. What did you do that you were excited about, that you feel good about coming into 2019? And I want you to think about what you did not accomplish that you wanted to last year. I want you to write it down. I hope that you guys have a couple pages of notes, a couple pages of paper that you can take notes with. But I want you to be able to recap, reevaluate how you did with your business, with yourself, with your goals in general. And when I'm talking about your goals right now, I want you to think about your business goals, but I also want you to think about all areas in your life, what you made a goal with. And I want you to understand that whatever happened in 2018 does not define what you can accomplish in 2019. It does not define what you're capable of. It does not define your success for this year. Of course, what you do in 2018 can set you up for 2019, but it is not a direct reflection of what your end results will be. You have 12 months now of a new, fresh, clean slate to do some incredible things for this year. And you have a fresh start with plenty of new opportunities that you can just do amazing things and really make a lot of life changes. And I wanted to put this quote on here because I just really like the image. I like the quote, but it says, character is the ability to carry out a good resolution long after the excitement of the moment has passed. Remember when I first started, I just talked about the New Year's resolutions and starting in January. How many people do we know set a goal for January 1st that they're going to go to the gym and they're going to be in the best shape of their life? I'm totally guilty of saying that so many times. Different goals with finances and their jobs and whatever else it is. We make so many goals that it almost becomes overwhelming. And that's when people usually give up. So people get started, they're really excited in January. The gym is full, the parking lot's full, you can't get to the weight machine that you're trying to get at. But what happens by the end of the month? By January 30th, 31st, you have so much room because people don't stick with it. It takes 21 days to create a habit. People usually don't even give it that long. Why? Because it's hard, because it is hard work. And everything worth having takes hard work, and it takes sacrifice, and it takes dedication, and it takes a lot of self-discipline. The average human in our society today does not have a lot of self-discipline, hence why a majority of our population does not have a significant income, why they are overweight, why TV is so popular and popular, because we don't have a lot of self-discipline and it's hard. But just know that you can get into the habit. You can stick with it. Take that 21 days and do amazing things. Okay? So my goal for you for having this call is to really help you figure out what you want out of 2019. I want you to be able to set goals for yourself and for your life for 2019, because I want you to have the best year yet. I want this year to blow every other year out of the water, okay? You may have said, I had a great year last year, or I had a great year 2 years ago. Okay, that's great. Let's have a better year. There's always room for improvement. Please understand that. So what I want you to do right now is I want you to start with the end in mind. I want you to visualize where you see yourself already in December of 2019. And I know I'm like way ahead here, and you're like, I'm just getting started with 2019. I don't want to think about the end of it already. And I don't want time to go fast. But whenever you can see something before it actually happens, it's more possible that it will actually happen, okay? So you can close your eyes, you can take a couple minutes, and you can just meditate on this for a little bit, a couple minutes, and actually see where you see yourself. Think about what happened in 2019. What did you accomplish? If there is anything at all that you want to accomplish, I don't care how big it seems to you. I don't care how unrealistic it seems to you. What do you want to happen? And I want you to write them down. Even though it is scary, scary things can still happen. But when you don't write things down, it's not really going to be your reality because you're so afraid of it, you're running away from it. And I'm telling you, you will give every excuse under the sun not to reach that goal because it's not written down. But when you write it down, it'll come back in your brain. It'll come back in your brain. And every time you see it, there's going to be something that's going to keep pushing you to make sure that that goal happens. So along with your goals that you're thinking about that I want you to write down, I also want you to write these two things down. Number one is believe you can and you're halfway there. These are like my little mottos for 2019, and I'm making them be your mottos too. But believe you can and you're halfway there, and then walk by faith, not by sight. Like I said a little bit ago, do you realize that if you waited for everything to happen, it could take forever. And when you have to wait for it to happen, it may not happen. So I want you to realize that you have the ability to see yourself in a place even though you're not there yet. That is having faith in the process, is knowing that it can happen before it actually happens. And believe you can and you're halfway there. The number one reason why we don't reach half of our goals is because we don't even believe in ourselves. But if you can just, I know it's hard to do, easier said than done, but if you can just start positive talk into yourself, keep giving yourself positive affirmation, you're going to end up having that belief system. It's going to start. And then you're going to believe that you can accomplish small goals and then bigger goals and then bigger goals and then bigger goals. And before you know it, you're going to be having this big, huge belief system within you that is allowing you to do things that you never thought that you could do before. And those big, big goals that almost seemed impossible are going to become possible for you. So let me see here. I want you to, now there's a lot of writing in this call today, but I want you to get out your sheet of paper if you have it in front of you. So we're going to really get into the goal setting here. So if you haven't done this yet, I want you to write down these categories. I want you to write down number one. Well, these aren't in any order. I'm just saying one of them is family. One of them is spiritual, financial, business and career, and then personal. These are the areas that you want to be setting goals for yourself. When you can have success in these areas of your life, you're going to feel accomplished. You're going to feel like you're doing something right. It's going to feel good to you. It's going to allow you to wake up every day with a smile on your face when you are setting goals and making it happen in these areas of your life. Okay? So with these areas, I now want you to write down 3 to 5 goals for each category that you want to achieve. Again, writing them down is going to help it be more realistic for you. It's going to help you want to push more to achieve that goal. And it's not going to seem like just a wish or a dream. So I have this quote, a goal without a plan is just a wish. You have to also be willing to make a plan of action as you are writing these goals down. So once you list your 3 to 5 goals in each category, I want you to now write down 3 to 5 action steps that are going to help you commit to achieving that goal. Okay? And sometimes this is where we get caught up, because a lot of times when people aren't reaching a goal, it's because they failed in the action part. It's great when we can write down all these goals and have, goals out the wazoo, but how are you going to get there? If you don't have a direction to take, then it's going to be really hard to get to your destination, right? So list 3 to 5 action steps that are going to help you commit to achieving your goals. Now, let me see here. Let me go back. So let me give you a couple examples. So when you're writing your goals, you need to be specific. You need to put a deadline on it. Give it a sense of urgency. If you don't put a deadline on it, you can go on and on and on and say, I'll reach it next week. Okay, I didn't reach it. I'll reach it, a month later. Or I didn't reach it this year. I'll make it for next year. But when you put a deadline on it, you're going to want to work harder for it. Okay, so be specific. So for an example, for family, the wrong way of saying it is, I want to have more family time, quality time with my family. And instead of saying it that way, you can say, date night every other Friday with my husband. I'm giving you my goals. Date night every other Friday with my husband. Okay. And then Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 5 to 8 is mommy and me time. Okay. So that's specific. There's a time frame on it. There is a date on it, and it's specific. Okay. So for another example is for financial goals. I hear people say, well, I want to get out of debt. Like that's their goal, is I want to get out of debt. Okay. But you need to be more specific about that. What debt do you have? How do you want to get out of debt? Okay. So then instead of saying I want to get out of debt, you can say pay off my car by March 30th. Okay. So there's another example. You have a deadline. You know exactly what you're trying to pay off. And then another example for personal, usually I put my health and fitness goals in my personal category. So it's for me. So for my goal, instead of saying I want to be skinny or have abs, I would never say I want to be skinny for a goal. I like to be strong. But anyways, it's an example. People use that all the time. I want to be skinny and I want to have abs. Instead, you can say, I want to be down to a size 4 by March 1st and at 16% body fat and 135 pounds. That is very specific. You see the numbers in there. You have a deadline on it as well. Now for business, I hear coaches, they get excited with January. They're like, oh, I'm going to really work my business. Okay, that's great. But you need to be doing it consistently all year round. So all 360,000 coaches are ready to work their business in January, right? And then by like January 31st, there's like 22,000 that are ready to work their business. That's a huge decrease in number here. But a lot of them, they set their goal and they're like, I want to be a diamond coach. Okay, that's great. Diamond is definitely showing that you are growing as a leader, but diamond is not going to make you extremely successful. So instead of saying, I want to be successful and a diamond coach, that was actually what I wanted to say, not just diamond. I want to be successful and a diamond coach. Instead, you can say, I want to reach diamond by March 1st and make $500 a week by summit of 2019. Those right now, so say you just signed up today as a coach, that is a realistic and specific goal. There is no reason why you could not make that happen if you are truly consistently working your business at least 1 hour a day. It's totally feasible, okay? So be specific, have a deadline with your goals. I think you get it. I'm going to stop with the examples, but I just wanted to show you guys what kind of goals I am creating and how specific I want them. Okay. So now I want you guys, again, to think about your goals. Think about each area that I just mentioned, your family, your financial, your business, your personal, and your spiritual. Okay? And now, here we go. what can you do to stay motivated throughout 2019? Because that's the thing, like you see all these people that are excited in January, and then by the end of the month, it's like crash. Like what they wanted didn't happen. They didn't hit Success Club like they wanted to because they weren't consistent enough throughout the entire month. So then they didn't reach Success Club. So then they're like, well, I'm just not going to try. That goal isn't really important to me anymore. Like your goals need to be important because there are going to be hard times that you experience and encounter throughout the year, no matter what. It's unfortunate, but that is life. Life is going to happen. I'm not trying to set you up for failure, but there will be trials and tribulations along the way. And there are going to be people that quit because of that. And then they give those trials and tribulations, they let those be the excuse to quit working on your business, or you just become demotivated because it's hard. Okay. But there are ways that you can stay motivated to stay strong through January, February, March, April, May, June, July, and until the end of December. How are you going to do that? Number one, I should have, you know what? I didn't even put this in here, but let me say it real quick. Do not let your trials and tribulations get the best of you, and let them define what you do in your business, and let them control your business. Do not let your trials and tribulations control you and what you do. Again, it's going to happen. I have seen working coaches who were successful quit because they just needed time off because life is hard. Guess what? Life will be hard. It's going to depend on how bad you actually want this business to work. That's going to keep you either working through the hard times, or it's going to allow you to give up on it. But you cannot use your difficult times to stop you from your business. If you want a part-time or full-time income with this business, if you want to bring home a full-time income and you want to retire from your job or retire your spouse from their job, you have to treat it like a job. And when you work at a job, you can't say, well, I'm going to take off for a month because life is hard. No, you go to work and you clock in every day. You have to treat this like a business, like it's a job, like you've invested $1 million into it and not just $140 or $160. Because the people who act like they've only invested $140 or $60 into their business, it's going to pay like that. And then you're going to be mad because at one time you had these big goals of having a full-time earning with it. And that's not going to happen if you let those life situations get the best of you. I'm not going to say that one trial and tribulation is harder than another. I don't want you to compare your hard to someone else's, because everyone has their own hard and everyone deals with it differently. I'm simply saying you can still work your business through the hard, just like anyone else who had their hard has got through it and still were successful. Okay. We've seen people go through cancer. We've seen people go through divorce. We've seen people have babies. We've seen people move. We've seen people have losses of children. We've seen it all. And through it all, we've also seen those people come out strong and be successful. So don't let that upset you that I'm saying it. Let it motivate you, knowing that people can get through it even with hard times. Okay. So again, the thing that I'm saying is treat it like a full-time business, and that is going to help you get through those hard times. Okay. So the real number one that I have on here is make it a habit. How are you going to make it a habit? As I said, it takes 21 days to create a habit. Just like we teach our challengers to do your workout every day, to eat healthy almost every day and have one cheat meal a week, maybe to drink your water every day. We want people to do things every day to form a habit, because when you form a habit and you do it every day, it becomes like second nature, like brushing your teeth and taking a shower. So same thing with our businesses for our IPAs. If you don't know what IPAs are, they are income producing activities. Those activities are inviting, connecting, and doing follow-ups. Okay, those are the things that you want to make a habit, because they are so easy to do, but they're so easy not to do. And one of the biggest reasons why people aren't successful is because they don't get consistent with their IPAs. And if you're not talking to people and inviting them and following up with them, there will be no results. So make it a habit. Set a time every single day. Put 15 minutes on your timer or 10 minutes on your timer, and do not do anything else other than those specific IPAs that you have scheduled for that time. And don't stop until you're done. Okay? Doing that every day, a little bit every day, is going to help you form that habit. And then it'll be easy and second nature, just like you teach your challengers, it will be when they eat healthy and when they exercise. Okay? Next is be on your own fitness journey. I know being on your fitness journey is hard. Like, we're all coaches, and I know I struggle. I know there are a lot of other coaches that struggle too. But when we are on our own fitness journey, that is going to keep us motivated. If you are falling off track and you are not even doing a workout program, you're not even eating healthy, and you're not sharing it, that is not going to help you stay motivated. In fact, it's going to do the complete opposite and make you not want to work your business. Okay? So be on your own fitness journey and share the crap out of it. Because then when you share it, you're going to have feedback. When you have feedback, you're going to get people to join you. When you get people to join you, you're going to be motivated because it's working. So be on your own fitness journey. Do programs from start to finish. Share your progress and your transformations along the way. Sorry, a lot of noise right there. And do your before and after pictures and keep up with those as well. Dig into personal development, number 3, or 4 if you want to include my first one that I just did. Dig into personal development. People feel like they don't need personal development. They don't need to read books. They don't need to listen to anything, but I will tell you that it is a game changer for your business. If you need to stay motivated, do personal development and do a lot of it, okay? You have to do it like you've never done it before. For me, a minimum is 15 minutes, but I do 30 minutes to an hour every single day of some sort. And I work on what my weaknesses are. So for you guys, I do encourage you also to do the same thing. If you're struggling in a certain area, make it better, improve it by doing personal development. So for me, if I'm struggling with motivation, then I'll listen to something about getting motivated. If I'm struggling with confidence, I will listen or read about something to help me build my confidence. Time management, same thing. But you need to be doing your personal development. It's going to help you in all areas of your life, not just with your business. It's going to help you to be a better wife, to be a better mother, to be a better servant, to be a better friend, to be a better coach. So when you do this, it is going to help you in so many ways. Also, if you're in our team page, I do have a list of personal development options for you to go by, and it's broken down by topic. It's in the unit section in Forever Fit. So if you want to look at that, if you don't have anything to listen to or read, audio or a book is perfectly fine. They're both great. I use audible.com. I pay $15 a month for it, and I get a book every single month. Okay. Next is know and understand that if you want a part-time or full-time income, this cannot be a business that you do only at your convenience. Okay. You are not self-motivated. Okay. Yes, we can stay motivated for a little bit, but it does not last long. You cannot rely on that temporary self-motivation to last you forever and ever. So you have to know that even when it's hard, you still have to keep working your business. And when you keep working your business, that's going to motivate you more, okay? It's going to help you get back into that. But this is not something that you can just let go because you're not feeling like working. That's going to do the opposite. It's going to demotivate you again. So no working just on like Mondays or Tuesdays and then you forget about the rest of the week. This isn't a work your business the first week or 2 of the month and then you let the rest go, or don't work for the first 2 or 3 weeks and then you realize you need to hit Success Club, because that is a non-negotiable for us. Helping 3 people a month is showing that we're truly building our business and helping people and changing lives. Don't wait until the last week to say, oh, I need to hit Success Club. And then you're like scattering around and getting all flustered and frustrated in your business. Okay. Don't do it just at your convenience. You need to be doing it often. You need to be doing it daily, doing a power hour daily minimum. Okay. And last but not least is put your big girl pants on and get over yourself. I love this one. This is probably one of my favorites. They're all my favorite, but this is one of my favorites. Get over yourself. Get over the fact that you may lose friends because they don't have the same goals as you, and they may get annoyed by seeing your posts. But you know what? You have to do this for the people who you know need it. Do it for yourself, but do it for the people who need that change and you're going to be that person to help change them. They need help. Don't focus on the people who are making comments and unfriending you or unfollowing you. There will be some. I've definitely had it in the past, and it wasn't fun. It was actually heartbreaking because they were my best friends. But then I realized they weren't really my best friends because they didn't accept me for who I am. They didn't support me when I was doing something that I loved. And it really helped me find who my true friends were. Okay? But you can't worry about what other people's opinions are because no one else is living their life according to what your standards and plans are. So don't do it for anybody else. Okay? Next, get over the fear of sharing your journey. I know a lot of people hold back on their journey because they're afraid to share it because they're not at their goal weight or they're just getting started. And you have to realize that no one is expecting perfection. No one is perfect. And if they think they are, then they have something else coming to them. But people relate more to you starting on your journey. People will relate to you along your journey. People want to see the changes that you're making along the way. So even if you fell back in your journey a little bit, like me, I gained 10 pounds since Thanksgiving, not proud of it at all, but I am going to be honest with you. I share that. And when I share that, people are like, thanks for being real. Thanks for being relatable. You're welcome, because I actually do struggle. And that's why I coach and why I do what I do. So you can turn it into that and say, this journey keeps me accountable. Yes, I fall off, but it is a lifestyle. So you best believe that I will not stop. I will keep going. I will pick back up. You need to share the good, bad, and the ugly, even though it is scary. Because when you step out of your comfort zone and do those scary things like sharing your journey, and you get over yourself and you share your journey, that's when the success is going to happen. Okay. And last but not least is get over the fact that you may not be perfect in this business. Be okay knowing that you are not the perfect coach, because there is no perfect coach, because we all fail along the way. We fail forward. We learn from our mistakes. We grow from our mistakes. And there is not one coach that has not made a mistake. Whether it's dropping rank once or twice, whether it is coaches quitting on them, whether it's challengers quitting on them. There are so many things in the business that we have to learn. You can't expect to know and learn and be perfect at everything. It is okay. That's why this is your own business, because you could do whatever you want. And my husband's coming home. And I'm going to finish up here, but don't be it's okay not to be perfect. Don't feel like you have to be perfect. This is just a big journey that you can learn so much along the way, and embrace it. Embrace every step of the way. Enjoy every step of the way. And just, no, you can't be perfect, because perfect is not relatable. Perfect is not real. We are not perfect people, okay? We are not meant to be. It does not exist. So now that I went through that, I'm just going to do a quick call to action. Goals, goals, goals. I want you to write down those goals if you haven't already. Write down a plan of action, and then I want you guys to take action. Not just here, not just there, not just at your own convenience, but every single day, at least 1 hour a day. You don't have to do that 1 hour all at one time. You can break it down. Do 15 minutes here or 30 minutes here in the morning if you wake up early, and then your 30 minutes at night when the kids go to bed, or 15 minutes here, 15 minutes on your lunch break, 15 minutes after work, and then 15 minutes after the kids go to bed. You can break it down however you want, whatever works for you. This is your business hours. That is what's so amazing about this opportunity. And share your goals with your upline coach so you can have good communication with them, and they can help you get to those big goals, okay? Good communication is key. When you are successful as a coach, you communicate with your upline. I already posted the goal sheet in the team page, so please make sure that you fill it out. If you did not see it, ask your upline coach, because I actually did put it in my person sponsored page. I'll put it in Forever Fit too. But share it with your upline coach. If you don't have an upline coach that's working with you, I would be your upline coach that is working with you. I am happy to help you if you do not have a coach that is mentoring you. But let's do this. Let's rock 2019. And remember, there is no goal that is too big to reach. I spelled too wrong. Sorry, I didn't fix it. But as long as you are willing to put forth the work and effort, you can make anything happen. So I hope that that helped. And I'm looking forward to seeing these sheets with the goals on them. I already got a few. So I am printing them out and I am keeping them for myself because I want to hold you accountable if you allow me and put yes at the bottom of the goal sheet, because I did ask if I am okay to hold you to it. So have a great day, guys, and let's rock 2019.